Okay, so this is pretty cool. If you look very closely at the John Mayer live performances with Ed Sheeran, you'll see that he's actually using an FM9, and that to me is one of the more interesting guys. Obviously, you know that John Mayer is pretty obsessed with Dumble amplifiers and vintage gear and all of this sort of crazy stuff that is a lot of money. There's one other clip of him playing with an Axe FX3 live, I believe. Obviously, he's got an FM9 now as well, and you know, that's pretty cool. These videos are brought to you by G66 UK, where you can grab an FM9 or an Axe FX3 at the moment with no waitlist. But I wanted to put together something like what John Mayer's rig looks like, and yeah, we'll see how we get on with this. So good sources of information for this. Justin Jeske on YouTube seems to have his finger on the pulse with a lot of this stuff. My buddy Jake Loosemore is also a big Mayer fan and knows a lot of stuff. So there are loads of bits of information about this stuff, people that are going to know way more than me. So I'm just going to try and get us somewhere in the ballpark with some of the models that we've got in here. So ODS clean, Dumble clean tone is a kind of was a part of the sound for a while, and let's just choose, I guess, I think he's used various cabs, but if we go with Factory 2, we'll go with the Rumble, because that is the Dumble style. And we'll use a couple of cabs, so I'll also use 4047, something like that. Right. We're going to stick in a plate reverb. I think he uses Bricasti reverbs and possibly even the spring reverb on his thing, actual amps. But let's go with like the London plate. Okay, now one of the best things that I like to do to cop some of the tones that I like from our boy Mayer is the Blues OD. I think this is a really, really cool sound. So this is based on a Marshall Blues Breaker, I believe. And kind of set everything around sort of 2 o'clock. I don't think I've unmuted that. So that's kind of like the Blues Breaker tone, right? Let me just move that over here. So that could be maybe scene 1. Now, another thing that I think is worth checking out would be obviously a Tube Screamer. And there's debate over, you know, what might be the best order for this, but Justin says that Tube Screamer into Klon is quite a cool thing, and he suggests kind of starting around this kind of starting point. Everything is sort of like 12. It's sounding quite dark to me, so I'm gonna. And that's not got much magic to me, but maybe if we stack it into a Klon, and his Klon settings, I believe, became a bit clearer. Signed this, so the gain about 11 o'clock, treble at about 2 o'clock, output about. I might just add a bit more treble. So that's like stacked lead. Our first scene, we need these boys bypassed. Okay, in terms of delay and stuff, I'm not totally aware of the kind of things. Like if it's a blues type vibe that we're going for, I think he uses the Aquapus, which is like an analog type delay. Let's just go with some kind of generic slapbacky type tones. Like 140 might be a good starting point. Feedback, we want it about just 1 repeat, so 0, I guess. Yeah, something like that, and then just dial it in to where you're comfortable with it. The other thing that he often has done, I believe, is had a like a Katana on all the time. So we might want to try and find a boost that could do that sort of thing. So what have we got? We've got the Fractal boost, we've got an FET boost. Other things, maybe the RC boost might be something we could try. I don't think there's a specific Katana, but just boosting the clean tones might be another strategy that'd be. Okay, and I guess something else you could consider would be adding another amp altogether, just to liven these things up a bit. Other choices of amps that he's used over the years, I believe, would include something like the Vibreverb. So vibrato verb, AA or AB. I think the AA would be probably the best bet. Oh, and cab-wise, we'll go with the 1x12, maybe with a 906, and also yeah, maybe a 160. Okay. And I'll just have to balance these volume-wise a bit. Okay, and then we'll see how that. I might boost that level even a bit more. So you could do that sort of thing, or let me just save preset, the new preset number here, and this will work on the FM3, I believe. Like, we've still got plenty of stuff to that we could use. So let me just delete this block and delete this block. And if I just drag this into here and then delete block, edit, delete block, we could still use this boy on the FM3. At least I think kind of going for that sort of big, thick, clean, like a really big full tone. And kind of no sharp edges to it. Still want to kind of get that. But yeah, I don't know, give that a try. If you're digging those tones, you'll be able to grab them in my Gumroad folder if you want to. G66, the place to get an FM9, be in company of chaps like Guthrie and John Mayer now. Just interested to see folks using these things. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.